Hey, are we on? Are we live?
We're live. We're live. Welcome to the Huddle Podcast, Maiden Voyage.
Where's my drink?
Dude,
What do you say we huddle up?
let's huddle up. Here we go. All right, today on the show,
Episode number 1.
we have some pretty famous dudes. I mean, really, when you think about it.
I mean, if you're thinking about Kansas City business,
The largest real estate brokerage in Kansas City.
no question. How many agents are in Kansas City now with Reese Nichols?
How many?
2,600.
2,600 people. And we have the two leaders.
It's incredible.
You have the leader,
The leader.
and then you have one of several other
Very
leaders in
humble.
the company.
He's a
for
humble
sure.
guy.
No, that's the way it is.
I
This is the
know.
guy right here.
So why don't you guys introduce yourselves then for us?
All right, I'm Mike Frazier. I'm the president and CEO of Reese Nichols here in Kansas City. And it's not just biggest in Kansas City, biggest in Kansas and Missouri.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
I'm
either.
sorry, Chad.
no,
That's
you're
awesome.
fine. Yeah. Chad Dumas, senior vice president, Reese Nichols, also based here out of our Lee Summit office with you two.
Love it.
I love it. He's a leader of the Lee Summit office.
Chad's the man.
Absolutely goes to battle for us.
I just wanted to say something real quick. If you are thinking about getting into real estate, or
This is it.
if you're looking to make a move, give Chad a call.
This is it.
It's about the people you surround yourself with, right?
That's right.
100%.
100%.
These guys are
Yeah,
great.
That's 100% right.
This is it. So, guys, we're obviously in this industry, right? And it's changing a lot. But let's go all the way back. Okay, let's go all the way back to the beginning. You guys both went to the same college, is that right?
Yeah, we did.
That's true, yeah.
And
Graduated the same year, I think.
same year. Went the same year.
What was that, 2014?
2014.
Yeah, a little bit before that.
Just graduated. So where is that? Where'd you guys go to school?
William Jewell College.
William Jewell.
Yeah.
Local dudes.
Yeah, one of us played basketball, one played football.
That's right.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So which one played which?
Oh, come on, really?
I love it. I love it.
Chad's a lot tougher than I am.
I
So.
love it.
I was wide receiver.
There you go.
At the time, held the catch record at Lee Summit High School.
No kidding.
We were running fullback, I formation every time. So before the spread, now it's been beat, I'm sure,
Yeah.
1,000 times. Debbie White's son, Tyler White, actually beat my record. And
Really?
Now I'm sure it's been just
What
slaughtered.
was the record?
I don't even remember at this point, but I think I had like 68 catches, something like that. Junior year.
It's pretty solid.
Dude,
That's the
solid.
same number of drops the Chiefs have this year.
That's right.
There he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
There he is.
You're not kidding.
He's throwing it out.
Big game this weekend, huh?
Oh,
Big
my
game.
gosh,
Big
big
game.
game.
Who you got? We're 2.5 right now. Plus 2.5.
Oh, I'm taking the Chiefs for sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I think
Yeah.
they're ready to go.
I think it's more of a pick 'em game. I think 2.5's.
It's a pick 'em, dude.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. I mean, you get 3 points for it being a home game, and that's what the Bills get. So
Yep.
I think the Chiefs will take it.
Over 46.5.
I'll go the under on that.
Yeah, I'd go the under.
They're going to hammer the under.
Yeah.
Yep.
Supposed to get 4 inches of snow.
Oh, they're getting more?
They're getting more snow, yeah.
Well, both teams know how to play in the snow.
They do.
That's for sure.
That they do.
So you're a Lee Summit guy.
Yep.
Through and through.
Yep.
Frazier, where are you from?
So I grew up in Brookside, right where Mike's Liquors.
There you go.
Look at this.
That was one of our haunts when we went to buy liquor. So I grew up in Brookside and went to William Jewell. So I haven't got very far from Kansas City. I'm a Kansas City guy through and through. I've been here all my life, and now we live in Overland Park. So I haven't gotten too far away from the center of my universe. But that's because Kansas City's so great. I mean, it's an unbelievable place to raise your family. It's an unbelievable place to live. Still very affordable from a real estate perspective. All of us in real estate, so we know that we can buy and sell real estate here and still do it affordably.
Yeah.
And there's still so much upside.
So
In this
much,
market.
dude.
100%.
Dude, there is so much going on even in the metro, though. Talk about upside, right? Like, think about what's all happening, what's coming to Kansas City.
They're doing the right things.
I mean, we're talking new direct flights all over the world right now at a KCI.
Yeah, brand new airport.
Brand new airport. Shout out to the new airport.
Right.
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. Have you been on that yet?
No, I'm not getting on it.
Come on.
I'm out. Dude, that's
Have
so
you
high
been?
up there.
Have you been, Chad?
No, I'm not.
No.
I haven't been either. I went to the one in St. Louis, and it was pretty cool. But
Drove by it over the weekend. It was a little too chilly to think about getting on the Ferris wheel last weekend.
Do they serve, I think they serve alcohol in there, don't they?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure about
They
that.
don't?
Yeah.
So it's not like the one in Vegas? No. All right. So,
New airport. World Cup's coming.
World
That's
Cup.
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they talking people-wise coming in for this deal?
I have no idea.
It's
Millions,
insane.
millions. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard a number on it either, but I don't think any of us can comprehend just how many people will be in Kansas City for
Yeah, I'm
that.
thinking about maybe Airbnb in my house for that week.
Yeah.
How much?
Not a bad
Getting
idea.
getting out of town.
How much?
I don't know. It's got to be astronomical.
Dude, let me know. Throw a party there.
You're gonna you're gonna
I'm
rent
just
it?
going to rent it, dude, and throw my own party.
Wow.
My name's going to be Anejo Corazon.
Well, we got the first all-women's soccer stadium being built downtown.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. In
Shout
Kansas
out to
City.
Brittany Holmes.
Shout out Brittany.
Yeah.
Brittany, you want to come on the phone?
Panasonic battery plant, of course. That's bringing a lot of jobs to the area, and then right here downtown Lee Summit, the Performance Center, the Farmers Market. I mean, that's a huge project, and as awesome as our downtown already is, it's gonna even be more awesome.
Yeah, and that's a good segue into, I don't think we mentioned, we're sitting here at International Tap House.
Shout out to Jason.
How fantastic of them to let us use their space. How many taps do they have?
A lot.
A lot.
It's like over 70, I think.
Yeah, but this space is incredible.
It's
So if
unbelievable.
you haven't checked it out yet,
Have you guys heard this story? We literally just walked in here one day and said, hey, we were going to shoot his podcast. It's going to get called The Huddle.
I said, hey, man, we've got 49 followers
49.
on Instagram. One of them's my mom, one of them's his mom,
I think I'm a follower.
and I think Chad.
Chad is.
And he said, sure, why the hell not?
Yeah. He goes, sure, set up.
I'm
So
surprised you guys don't have a door in between, a secret door. Just
We
to get in
should.
there.
We're working on that.
We're talking to Reese Nichols corporate about that right now.
It's probably not going to get approved.
This was originally a bank, and my office is directly above the bar, and it wasn't in our budget, or else I wanted to do one of those bank feeders, with and I could send my order down and they send the drink up. But yeah, this is a killer place, right at the corner of 3rd and Main, downtown Lee Summit. Really, really good place.
Yeah, and
So it
Chad,
used to be a bank.
Yeah.
And then it was a bridal store, right?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
and what a job Chad's done with our new space.
Oh, my gosh.
It's pretty fun.
Truly sets us up for success.
I mean, we were just voted the coolest office space in Kansas City.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's inarguable. No one can argue with it because it's a factual, scientific survey that they did. And so we are the coolest office space in all of Kansas City across any business, and that's from the Kansas City Business Journal. So we didn't publish that. That's not from Reese Nichols. That's from the Kansas City Business Journal. Voted the coolest, and the people in it are even cooler than the building is. So.
Yeah, but
Special
you've
place.
been a huge catalyst for it, right?
It's a team effort, man, for
Yeah.
sure. So.
But tell us, I mean, you started as an agent, right?
Yeah, so a long time ago, started as an agent, was in the retail world before this, and that was my first job. At 16 years old, I took a part-time job at the Buckle and selling jeans. I'm sure I sold Caleb. I'm sure I sold jeans.
Where was the Buckle? Was that Oak Park Mall?
I started at Independent Center. So
Okay.
this is, malls were bustling, man. I mean, this was,
yeah.
everybody wanted to be at the mall at that point. And started there part-time, was playing football, playing basketball, playing baseball at Lee Summit High School, and weekend job, and just progressed through it and ended up in their leadership program and moved into management, opened a couple stores here in the metro, and moved into area manager. So I was traveling and doing that whole thing. And I got married and was traveling too much, and retail was a little bit challenging from a schedule perspective. So I did what any sane individual would do in 2009 and jumped into real estate.
Wow, what a great time.
Why
'Cause,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I hated working nights and weekends, and I thought, man, I'll be a real estate agent,
And
never
work-
have to work a
and
night and
work-
weekend.
work always.
And
Right.
quickly figured out that wasn't how it worked. But yeah, I became an agent, sold for 5 years, and then moved into the management side. Kind of got swindled by Mike Frazier and Chris
No
Kelly
kidding.
at the
That's
time.
right. That's right.
We had lunch at 810 Zone at the time. Now it is.
Was it
Was it 810
Shout
zone or
out
Jackson?
810 Zone.
Out of
No, it was
Overland Park?
No, right. We used to have an 810 Zone, which
What'd you
is
sell
now
it,
Pearl
dude?
Tavern.
No kidding.
Yeah. So now it's Pearl Tavern, but we had lunch there at 810 Zone, and I got out of management, got into the real estate really to be kind of my own boss, but really have never regretted it a day ever since I moved to the management side, and I started selling in Lee Summit, sold in Lee Summit, and was lucky enough to be manager of Lee Summit, and here we are today.
The guy went from selling jeans to running the largest Reese Nichols office in Kansas City. Is
By
that right?
transaction count, yeah.
By transaction count.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
And by profitability.
Yeah, by profitability.
And by profitability.
Yeah.
Yep. I almost sold Yellow Pages. So funny story. Some have heard this before, but when I was moving out of the retail space, reached out to Lanny Dillenschneider. Lanny was one of my dad's best friends. My dad was a builder and here in Lee Summit as well. And Lanny was his real estate agent. My dad passed away when I was 18, and Lanny stepped up and made a huge impact on our life. And so when I was at this crossroads, I called Lanny, said, hey, I'm thinking about getting into real estate. You got time to grab lunch or something? So we went to Jason's Deli, and for the next hour, he told me all the reasons not to get into real estate. Lanny's still in my office. I love Lanny. He's just been super influential in my life. But 2009, people are jumping out of the business. It's a really challenging time. A lot of the same stuff we're hearing today, right?
Yep.
You got people saying, "Oh, don't get into real estate; it's oversaturated," or that sort of thing. Well, there will always be people that outperform the market, and I never want to discourage anybody from taking a shot in real estate, no matter how many agents there are. I think just like any industry in the world, the best are gonna rise to the top. And so, but anyway, Lanny in that moment said, "Chad, I don't think you should get into real estate, but I'll tell you what, my son-in-law sells phone books, sells Yellow Page ads,
Jeez.
Phone books.
I
What the
think
hell
that's
is that? What is
I think
that?
that's a good business for you to get into." And so, luckily, I did not take that. Luckily, I didn't start selling Yellow Pages. I think the phone book industry kind of took a dive, and the real estate industry stayed strong. So,
Well, what better time? I mean, really, that's probably a great time to start in real estate.
yeah, again,
'Cause it
very
was a
similarly
tough time,
today.
man.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can hustle through that and be successful, I mean,
that's right.
that probably.
Well, you don't know what you don't know, right? At that
True.
time when he got in, he was not encumbered by past performance. Like he just,
Right.
all he knew was like, I got to hustle. I got to do something special for people, and that's what we do every day.
Hard work will always work out in whatever the market is,
Yep.
and
Sure.
whether the market's great or bad, the hard workers are gonna.
Yeah,
are gonna
that's why
perform.
I hate blaming the market. You hear a lot of agents say,
sure.
It's like, how's your year going? Well, the market's just not good. Well, that's true,
Right.
but just work harder.
That's right.
That's all there is to it.
Right. So when the market's really good, it's all because of the agent. When the market's bad, it's
Exactly.
because of the market, right?
Exactly.
The people that work hard make money. That's
Yeah, it's simple
That's
as
in
that.
any business, right?
It's
100%.
not. It's not rocket science.
No.
I just can't get over the fact of phone book. Like, as successful as a cat as this is, and not saying that if you sell a phone book, you're not.
Maybe I would have.
Right.
Maybe I would have set records selling.
You
selling
could
Yellow
have,
Pages.
but it's just
a.
amazing how quick things can change. From that was something where that was popular, right?
That's
I mean,
2009. It's
That's
like
2009, dude.
Not like it's forever.
That's
ago.
right.
That's 2009. Like, look how fast something can change. Where now it's, the phone book's essentially gone. I mean,
Yeah, now we're talking about AI, and
About AI,
who knows what it's going to be in 10 years.
Well, and that's a lesson to us, right? I mean,
Right.
You have to adapt or you die, and I think that's the same thing for real estate, and we have to continue to evolve and change and grow with technology. And we have to embrace technology, and I think again, there's countless industries over time that have died a slow death because
sure.
of that, and so again, the people that grab onto change and don't just I guess but really embrace it, learn it. Early adapters. I mean, those people are far ahead. The people that do stuff like what you guys are doing. I mean, this is an outside the box idea that I think is super cool. And by the way, I've heard some of your commitments that you have for upcoming shows and
Don't say any names.
Don't
man.
say
no.
them.
I'm not going to say any names, but I will say that it only gets better from here for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, come
You
on,
started
guys.
out-
Come on now.
That's
The bar's
right.
really low.
Started at the bottom and,
That's right.
and move up from there.
That's right.
No, this is pretty awesome.
is great.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time today.
Now, Mike, you've been in management for a while now,
Right.
right? Where were you at before this?
So I started my career in banking,
Yep.
And then worked at Hallmark for about 15 years in various forms. I'm a financial guy, so
Right.
CFO trained. Last 5 or 6 years at Crown Center Redevelopment doing real estate. And in 2007, Jerry Reese recruited me to come to Reese Nichols and be the CFO. And at that time, I told him I didn't want to be just the CFO. I wanted to be involved in management. I wanted to be involved in decision making and growing the company. And he said, that's what we want. So he gave me an incredible opportunity. And sometime, we need to get him on the show too to sit down with.
That
you.
would be incredible.
I'd love that.
And
Yep.
we can facilitate that. He would be unbelievable to talk about real estate and how he's gotten to where he is. And just by treating people the right way and by delivering something special to people every single day. And he was a great mentor, still is to me. I talk to him on a consistent basis. And so I came aboard in 2007 and immediately the market crashed.
Yep.
And we were doing a lot of things that just to survive in that time. But that made us a better company and set us up for when the market did turn in 2011. We were skyrocketed and had record years in 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's what we do. And to Chad's point, we've got to continue to adapt and evolve and look at what our consumers really want. What do our clients need from us, and how do they continue to build wealth through buying and selling their homes? And that's what we deliver on a consistent basis. One of the most important decisions people make in their entire life, and that's that's what drives me on a consistent basis, is that I get to get up and help all of you guys deliver something special to the people that really need it. People need our help to make sure they make a great decision about real estate. And that's
Absolutely.
fun. That's what makes it fun.
Absolutely.
I heard a stat the other day. You're a financial guy. You'd love this. I heard a stat the other day that 65% of homeowners have more equity in their home than they do their retirement account.
That's probably true. Like
That's
I saw a
amazing.
number the other day, 185,000. Most people, the average U.S. citizen that owns a home has 185,000 in equity. So there'll be times that we'll have to help them unlock that. And that's why they need to reach out to real estate agents. There's a lot of different ways we can help them unlock that. You can refinance, you can sell, you can downsize, you can upsize, you can do a lot of different things. And that's where your real estate agent becomes a consultant, a financial consultant, as well as just a consultant on where you're going to live and what you're going to do with your life as far as raising your family and where you go to just relax.
Caleb, our office, I think I shared this with you recently, but in the last 5 years, our average sales price in our office has moved up 58%. So
Wow.
we're still selling the same properties in Lee Summit and the surrounding areas, right? We sell all over the metro. But if you think about that, someone that bought a house in 2019, potentially, and this isn't a rule across the board, it's why you need to talk to an agent, figure out what type of equity you really have. But
Right.
there are pockets that have grown 60% in a 5-year period in equity, right? So they thought they were buying at the top of the market. Well, all it's done is gone up since then. And so, yeah, to Mike's point, if you need to unlock equity right now, there are opportunities to cash out on refinances or taking out a second or whatever. But man, what a great way to build wealth when you can buy something that is gone up 60%.
Well, the crazy thing is, I mean, you guys can give me your opinion on this, but I don't think we're at the top by any means.
Oh, no.
No, I don't either.
I mean, there's definitely a supply and demand issue, not enough supply out there. And as rates continue to drop, I think we're going to see increased demand in the marketplace.
100% agree. And to that point, people in 2019 waited. They thought we were at the top of the market. Oh, I'm going to wait for the market to come down. 2020, kept waiting. 2021, kept waiting. 2022. And again, all that's happened is that $300,000 house is now $450,000.
Right.
I mean, that's what the cost of waiting for something to crash that may not crash. I mean, historically, it's not. It probably will not crash. We just talked about all the development that's coming to the metro, right? And the more development that you see popping up, even multifamily, And I know there's a lot of angst about apartments going up in Lee Summit and other places in the city, but there's a demand for that stuff. People want to live in our community, and when that happens, we know there's pent up buyer demand that is not going away anytime soon.
Sure.
And rates have been high. People have still wanted to buy. Rates are starting to come down a little bit. It's only going to emphasize the need for more properties on the market. So if people have been sitting there going, man, maybe now's the right time to sell, maybe not, man, if you have a place to go, you should seriously consider the opportunity that you have with more buyer demand than ever. And I think people are starting to really realize that right now.
Sure,
And
for sure.
there's really no correction coming. There's never really been a correction in real estate, right? I mean, even in 2007, 2008 prices went down 20-25%, but in 3 years it was all the way back and more than it was before. So, I mean, it is an incredibly great investment.
Hey, the great thing
Cheer
about
that.
being down here is that train.
Cheer that. You know what that means?
We did talk about this. Every time a train goes by, we got a drink.
Train
Yeah,
drink.
Cheers to it.
Cheers.
Train
Cheers.
drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for tequila.
Hey,
too.
it was your request.
Your request.
You're the
Appreciate
man, so we got to fulfill that request.
I've been getting Mike on tequila. So
Yes.
yeah.
What do you typically drink, Mike?
I usually drink whiskey, so I'm usually Irish whiskey guy. So,
That's right.
But we were up in Weston, and the bartender said, "You need to try this Scotch." And I was like, "I'm not a Scotch guy. Like, I don't like the smoky, the peaty stuff." And she kept saying, "No, you got to try it." And I tried it. I was like, "Okay." Now that's my second bottle I've been through now.
Good stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
I
good
love
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
The thing I like about these guys, okay, you guys are real, okay, and that's the thing. Like a lot of times you get in like corporate executives, right?
They're stuffy.
They're stuffy. They're stiff collar, right? They have to be, and you guys are very professional. Understand that, okay?
Absolutely.
But I have fun with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because there's agents bigger than us in this company, right? But
I don't
you
know
got-
if there's any agent actually bigger than
Physically
size
bigger.
wise.
What are you, 6'7", 300?
6'7", 3 bills, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that we have a bigger agent.
I mean, you said you were eating how many loaves of bread a day?
Shout out to the bread company.
What are you doing, Wonder Bread?
I don't eat that much bread.
You said 2 loaves a day.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting new headphones next episode, though.
So turn this around. Like, why did you guys get into real estate? What was your impetus to get into real estate?
I was forced to.
Your wife made you.
My wife made me. Actually, my father-in-law did. My father-in-law, I was in the banking world, okay? I worked for, actually, so I played at Kansas State, okay? Got out of college, and I was going to go home and farm. And my dad said, the good Lord blessed you with enough talent, okay, that you need to go use your degree that's paid for, because there's another kid that didn't have his degree paid for, okay, and he could have used that money. So you need to go use your degree. So I bought a house in Shadowwood, in Raymore.
Who was your agent?
Huh?
Who was your agent?
Todd Herzog was my agent. Yeah, and he sold land. Had no idea what he was doing.
He was your buddy.
Shout out to
Had
Todd.
relationships.
I love Todd. And what he's done, we'll get to that. That's a different story. But what he's done with that company is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Shout out Herzog Meat Company. But I bought a house. I bought a brand new home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, okay, in Shadowwood and Raymore. I paid $177,000 for it, okay? Moved here, was planning on living here for like 3 months. Worked at Ryan Transportation. Shout out Bill Ryan. Go Cats. Massive contributor to Kansas State's success. Was a freight broker, sat in a cubicle. I hated everything about it, okay? I grew up north of a town of, at that time, probably sub 40 people, okay? And now I'm sitting in a cubicle. There's more people on a brokerage floor than there was in my entire town, okay?
Jason Yeager is one of those, right?
Shout out to Jason Yeager.
Which he's as loud as 40 people.
Oh, dude. Yeager and I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason. And at that point, I said, this is not for me. So I got back in the ag world, worked at Farm Credit, loved it, was getting a couple land leads, right? People that wanted to sell their ground. And my father-in-law looked at me. He goes, why don't you sell real estate? Sure, why not? And so we got married. I changed jobs. I bought a new truck. Amanda bought a new truck. And we had 0 consistent income because Amanda was in the business, right? Because she got it in 08, which that's when you got here, right?
Yep.
And you got here in 07.
Right.
Right. And so she said, well, this is crazy. What are we doing? This is ridiculous. And then, so I joined a different brokerage at that time and just started selling farm ground, hunting property, had a coach. He said I couldn't sell a house if I even tried. And I sold 6 in my first month selling houses.
6 in your first month, huh?
Yep.
What'd you sell in your first year?
First year real estate, I think I sold right at $3.9 million.
It's not bad for your
My
first
year. Yeah.
especially back then.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah, farm
Yeah,
ground.
that's
but-
pretty good.
Yeah, so I got into this because I really didn't know any different. But now that I got in, it was my passion for farm ground and hunting property, right? But now my passion is truly helping people when I can help a client, whether it was in 2014 or last year, buy the home, buy a piece of property, and sell it for more.
It's fun.
Like, it's fun, dude.
Right, just to see the joy in their face when they close.
It is so much fun. And sorry.
Because most of the time it is a fun, it's an accomplishment, right, for the buyer or
Yes.
seller, right? I mean, most of the time it's a fun thing,
Right.
to be a part of. Just to
And
be,
they love you. 'Cause
Absolutely.
You've done something
Most
special.
of the time.
Most of the time.
It's
Most
unbelievable.
of the time.
Kevin, when did you get into business?
Oh, I've been in it 6-7 years or so now. I'm from St. Louis. Shout out to Mizzou. Went to Mizzou. Go Tigers.
There he is.
Sorry, Chad. You're a KU fan, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, from Missouri side. but
This is the
fan?
KU side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come
KU
on,
side.
man.
Yeah.
You both are KU fans.
That's right.
Oh gosh,
God, I want to just absolutely bash KU right now.
we'll do that on a later episode.
We'll do that later.
Anyway, so I'm from St. Louis. Went to Mizzou. Graduated with a degree in finance economics. So was always kind of a numbers guy. Then went into corporate sales. I was working for an IT company in St. Louis, and then got a job offer in Kansas City for the same company to be an area sales manager. So I was working out of corporate woods for a little bit, but kind of the same boat as you. Was not cut out to sit in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. You can see my leg shaking right now.
Yeah.
So that wasn't for me. So I started flipping houses on the side while I was in corporate. I probably should have been working a little bit more in corporate at that point.
You're still flipping houses.
We flipped one this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was flipping at the time and, kind of saw what the earning potential was. Always wanted to be an entrepreneur and work for myself. I just like the limitless ceiling, right? Working with corporate, I'm on a salary. This is what you make. And that just doesn't really work for me. I'm like, what's my initiative to work harder? So I enjoy running my own business, and every day is a building block.
Right.
I'm building something greater every single day. And nobody can take that away from me, right? You're in corporate, any day of the year, they could say, hey, you no longer have a position here.
Right. Your success is all because of you.
Exactly. And I'm making money for somebody else. So I had a problem with that and went ahead and went out on my own, and had a really good mentor my first year who was a listing agent in Kansas City. Sold 36 houses my first year in real estate. Literally just, I knew nobody. I had no network of people whatsoever in Kansas
You sold
City.
36?
I did.
Your first year?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I knew nobody.
Goat.
Was from St. Louis. I literally was just ripping calls all day. It was not fun. But I was able to create a very predictable business model. I knew if I made this amount of calls today, I should be able to convert this amount of appointments that should convert to this many meetings that should convert to this many closed deals. And it worked.
And that's the recipe for success for most real estate agents.
It
If
is.
you have a system that you follow on a consistent basis.
Yes. And what a lot of people don't realize that are not in this industry is that is not a very sexy thing to do.
No, it's not.
They think we just drive these fancy cars and make all this money, but a lot of the day-to-day operations are not all that sexy.
Not at all.
So
I look at this business like training camp, right? Everybody sees these guys out playing the games, right? Feeling
True.
good about themselves. 3-day practices, 3 practices per week in game week, like maybe 4 on a walkthrough, right? That's great, and that's good for installs. That's good for specific game plans for every single week, right? But the real true talent, the hard work, what they do in training camp is where they set the recipes for success.
True.
Right?
Because some of these people think, oh, these guys just have the God-given ability.
Right.
Which they do, but
Dude, training camp
I don't think you're going to
sucks.
be a successful NFL athlete if
You
you're
guys know.
Well,
Training camp's
2 days.
terrible.
Yeah.
Well, even look at that quarterback, the Netflix
Yep.
show that you saw Kirk Cousins and,
Oh, yeah.
and Mahomes, that they do so much stuff outside of practice. And you have Mariota, who is not quite as diligent about doing the studying and the tape work and all the things they do to make sure that.
And how's he doing now? Mariota?
Not great.
Who's he a backup? He's a backup for somebody now. I can't remember who.
I don't know. Do you guys watch the Manziel
The
documentary?
Eagles? Yeah, the Eagles. He's Jalen Hurts' backup.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Johnny Manziel documentary?
I haven't watched it.
I did.
That
It's
was
fantastic.
wild. That was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, he went
There's another example, right? He
literally went to training camp. I mean, I forgot who they interviewed, but they said he didn't even open the playbook.
Yeah.
Like-
Everybody should watch that documentary. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the veterans on that team hated him.
Yep.
He shows up, doesn't look at the playbook at all. Like, first round, was he drafted first overall?
He was the Heisman Trophy winner. I don't
I can't-
remember if
can't
he was
remember where
drafted
he was
first
in the
or-
draft.
I think he might have been.
He was. But that's like, listen, shit. He was successful, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
the dude was a stud athlete. Okay. But that's like, you could be the best realtor in the room, but if you don't come in,
But what does that mean?
what?
What is the best realtor in the room?
Oh, now you're getting deep.
You know what I mean, though? Is that just the who's best with people? Or 'cause
Leo,
that's what people say that all the time. I'm great with people. I think I'd be great at real estate.
We may need some
Well, that
ice.
doesn't mean shit.
Leo, we may need some ice to refill this to get to the bottom of this question.
You could be great with people all day long.
Well, I think it's 2 factors, right? You got to be able to be great with people, but you also got to be able to deliver on your talent,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And you got to be able to go search and find that property. When someone says, well, I want all these things in a home, you got to be able to go whittle that down and say, what's really important to you, and then go find that and deliver that back to them. That's
Absolutely.
I think being calm in the storm too, right? Because you think, like, if we were to look at our current pipeline, right, the multiple different personalities that we're dealing with, right, different income levels, different personalities, different levels of expectation, right? And in order to manage all those different levels of expectations and personalities at the same time, while we have to be the calm in the storm, that right there would describe me as being a rock star real estate agent.
True. But I think the hardest part, especially when you're new, is just gaining the business.
Right.
Right. I think there's a lot of agents that once they're in front of the client, they'd probably be pretty good.
probably, yeah.
But I think the hardest part is just gaining the business when you getting that traction right away.
Right.
So I always tell people it's a lot like fitness or working out, right? I mean, you look at it, somebody that's got a six pack, it's like, I want that, right? But do you want to put in the time? Not that many people will put in the work and time to do that. right? Same thing with real estate,
I want a 6-pack.
right? You look at a successful agent. I want that, right?
Yeah.
Your 6-pack is different than a normal person's 6-pack.
My man.
It's under there somewhere.
You know what I've always said?
Sir.
Why would you want a 6-pack when you can have a full freaking keg?
Jesus Christ.
A keg carries more. Right? I mean, do you come into a bar and see them serve 6-packs? No, they're pouring out of a tap. Shout out to iTap.
I think you're right, Kevin. And listen, I don't know that there is a definitive answer to who is the best agent, right? Or how do you
Right.
determine the best agent? I think that's part of the beauty of our business is, it's like asking which is better, Pepsi or Coke. And if
Sure.
you ask 50 different people, you're going to get, 25 different or 2 different answers, but it's going to be a very divided group. And I think it's the same thing. Like what people are looking for in their agent varies. And there's plenty of business for everybody, frankly. And that's, again, part of the beauty of this. And there's a train.
I need some ice. I'm out.
Can't drink it without ice?
I just need to.
Would this be a good time to reset?
We'll reset.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
Cool, guys.
Could have swore he's top 10. He's a Heisman Trophy winner.
But
We're back on the Huddle Pod.
what are we doing next, Caleb?
We're here with Mike Frazier and Chad Dumas. We've been talking business a lot.
Yeah, let's lighten it up a
We're
bit.
trying to lighten up. So
Yeah. I think we're gonna do a little this or that.
this little this or that.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah. You go
So,
first.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Not a fast food guy, but if I had to choose one, it would be McDonald's. Their fries easily top of the fast food pyramid.
Yeah, I'm not a fast food guy either, but I do McDonald's.
What's
Okay.
the order at the Arches?
It'd be a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Let's go.
Meal with a Coke. They got good Coke there.
Size of fries.
Yep. You got to upsize them.
Going
If you're going
large,
to have
baby.
them, go big.
Yeah, go big or go home.
I do 2 double cheeseburgers and large fries.
Wow.
Can I save $1 for you?
How are we gonna save it all?
2 McDoubles.
2 McDoubles. There
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
Yeah, but you only get 1 slice of cheese with that.
That's all you need.
Okay.
Go get you the McDonald's app.
What, are you on a diet?
Huh? Yes, sir. Look at this body. Doesn't look like I've ever turned down a piece of cheese.
Okay.
On the app? No, never from the app. Always
Never from the app.
Always inside.
Yeah.
Oh, inside.
Yeah, because they can see what
Inside.
you look like, and they know if you really want extra toppings, they'll throw a little bit extra sauce on those burgers for you.
Oh.
Well, now it's all robots on the outside. My mother-in-law hates ordering from
Speaking of
the
that, did you see the
drive-thru.
first ever fully autonomous McDonald's in Chicago?
No, I
Oh,
didn't
really?
see
I haven't
that.
seen
There's
that.
no workers.
None.
0. That's
Interesting.
nuts.
Like we talked about in 2009 with the phone book. Would you have ever guessed in 2009 that there was going to be a McDonald's that had no workers?
No, I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to go there.
All right. So let's keep it on this or that.
Okay, how about we do? Let's think here. Let's do Quick Trip or Casey's.
Quick Trip, 100%.
Yeah, Quick Trip.
Yeah.
But why?
It's cleaner. It's more consistent. And they got their food's better.
Cut. Sir, it's better?
It's better.
Are you really cutting?
QT Kitchen's
You
great.
cut.
No, I marked it.
Okay.
Are you? No, cut it. Keep rolling. I'm saying cut the episode because they're bashing on Casey's. It is the Midwest breakfast to have a slice of sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast pizza with a large Pepsi from the fountain machine. Kenny knows. Kenny's over there.
That's a
he
breakfast?
gets it.
Okay. I do think the pizza at Casey's is better than Quick Trip, but that's it.
Listen,
That's
Casey-
the only thing that Casey's has over
Yes.
Quick Trip.
the Country General Shore.
Other than
Shout
that,
out
Quick Trip's
Casey's.
cleaner. It's got the same layout, almost every location.
Yeah, I'd go Quick Trip simply because there's more of them. They are consistent. Their locations are better.
Did you see we have a Casey's by our office now?
No.
There is a Casey's closer to our office than Quick Trip.
Well, Casey's has bought out a ton of
Where's the
small
Casey's?
gas stations.
But here's the
around town.
thing.
Right down here on the end of 3rd Street and 291.
But here's the thing. I don't go to a gas station to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner.
Well, it's
or
because you're in
anything like
shape,
that.
dude.
Like I go to a gas station to get gas, and maybe I'll go buy a lottery ticket. If the Mega Millions is high enough. But listen, I don't understand the obsession with certain gas stations. It's a gas station, and as long as I can reasonably pull into the gas station and get gas,
So
then
this-
I'm good.
Okay.
Hold on. Is Buc-ee's a gas station?
I've never been to Buc-ee's.
Is Buc-ee's a gas station?
It's a convenience
They
store.
sell gas,
you know,
so
it's-
I would have to check the box of yes.
But you also can buy a suit at Buc-ee's.
They've got gas.
It's got fine menswear.
But what's the point?
I'm not sure it's fine menswear.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it fines.
In Texas, it probably is.
All right, so Jack Stack or Joe's?
Ooh, that's a good one. Man, the food's good at both. I think it depends on like what I'm doing that day. Like, am I sitting down having a nice
can't
meal?
be in the middle.
Or you're just
You're a
talking. You're just
waffle
talking
in
about the foods. Just who
Just
has
the
better
food.
food?
I'm going Zarda, sir. Shout out to Zarda.
Oh, really? Favorite barbecue in Kansas
Favorite
City?
barbecue. Shout out to Zarda.
I think I'm going Joe's if I'm going straight food.
Certainly back to the fries. Their fries are better than anybody else.
They are.
Between those two, I'll go Joe's, but Gates is my favorite.
Really?
So
Why?
love Gates. Why? Their short end ribs are the best ribs in the city, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of Arthur Bryant's love out there. I like Arthur Bryant's as well, but give me Gates short end, and their nooner is the best value, barbecue value in the city. At noon, around noon, lunchtime, you get sliced meat, sliced burn-in or chopped burn-ins on top. Order of fries, it's like $10. It's amazing. So
I'll tell you I think
best sauce too, by the way.
It is good. I'll tell you best
Delicious.
barbecue in Kansas City, Hart Barbecue.
I've heard all
Yeah,
about
Hart's
this.
good.
Have you been there?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Where is it? I've
Awesome.
never been
So they used to be in, they're in Raytown. They used to open up like every Saturday morning at Crane Brewing Company.
there. Oh, yeah.
So there'd be a line of people outside the door. And then as soon as they sold out, they were done. But his food incredible.
I
think he's got his own brick and mortar at this point.
Yeah, it's excellent. They do have their own brick and mortar. It's right
Yes.
there on Raytown Road. But I'll also say there's two really good barbecue restaurants down here too. By the way, downtown Lee Summit, Smoke Barbecue is great, and
Absolutely.
the filling station,
Filling
is
station, dude.
fantastic too. It's been around forever, and they do a really good job there too.
Josh
you
does a
can't
great
really
job.
you can't really have bad barbecue in Kansas
You-
City and
Not in Kansas City.
and survive.
Hey, smokes truffle fries.
Yeah, I think they got a great sauce there too.
I love food.
All right, what
I
else?
love food. Let's go. What's that? Sam's or Costco?
Costco.
See, I'm a Sam's guy. Like,
My man.
I think just it's easier to get in and out. And now they've got this thing on the app where you can just scan your stuff and then walk out. You don't have to go through the line or anything.
Did you see the new thing they're doing?
No.
No ticket checkers anymore.
Oh, really?
It's going to be here by summer of 2024. You drive your cart through this half arch,
Yep.
and it literally checks all the items in your cart
Wow.
based upon cameras when you're going through the checkout.
Oh, I've got a good one. Should we take the Royals downtown or keep them out here?
Yes, let's go.
I think they got to go downtown.
What do you think?
I mean, that baseball downtown just feels right.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
I mean, it's not like tailgating and stuff, and I know people do that tailgating at the Royals, but downtown, just you spill out, you can go to the Power and Light, you can do that, hang out downtown, and
I think I'd be much more likely to go to like a Tuesday night game
yes,
if it was downtown, right?
Yes.
Grab a beer, grab a cocktail, even if you leave early.
I prefer
Right.
downtown too. I can see the argument for both ways for sure on it, but I'm a downtown baseball guy. I will say, they're looking at that Kansas City Star building and, kind of driving into the Lowe's over the weekend. It's hard to picture a baseball stadium right there. You know what I mean? And the traffic congestion that would come
Right.
from it. But you got to trust they could figure that
But
out.
there's,
think.
I mean, there's so
smart
many
people
cities
working
that
on it.
have figured it out.
Yeah.
right.
So I'm with you downtown 100%. What do you think, Caleb?
Leave it where it's at.
Really?
Jesus.
I'm a Lee Summit guy, dude. Jump up 350, hop on in, 22 minutes away, in and out. Got the kids screaming. Just had their Dippin' Dots going nuts. It's nap time.
Right.
Now you got to go through all the. Dude, I'm from a small town. Okay. When I hit the triangle,
I don't know.
freak out.
I don't know if you're the target market though for the
I'm
Royals.
not the target market.
I do hope if they move it downtown that they put a Dixon's chili right by it because all you can eat tacos at Dixon's are about as good as it gets.
Shout out my boy Mo Berg. He's got the Dixon's Taco Challenge coming up.
Oh, man.
Momo, I got to see it. He's saying he can go 35 tacos one sitting.
35?
Wow,
35.
That's impressive.
There's
I
no
believe
way.
people can do that. I'm usually a 16 taco guy comfortably.
You go 16 at Dixon's.
When's the last time you've done that?
I'll go eat lunch by myself at Dixon's.
Do 16.
Do 16. I'll drive from here
Wow.
just to go to Dixon's. All you can eat tacos, then I'll drive right back over lunch break.
You go to Dixon's by yourself.
I do, absolutely. I
yourself?
love it.
Never listen. You never leave a man behind. You
All right.
call me. I'll
Next
be in
time I will.
Dixon's. Extra grease.
Next time.
I think this is a road trip time. We need to do a road trip and do Dixon's one time, and then do In a Tub.
Are we gonna go?
Oh, and the tub's great too.
Are we
In
gonna
the
go
tub's
podcast
great.
from Dixon's?
Why not?
I like
Should
that.
fun.
Dixon's.
Don't
They
wear
probably love
Probably
this.
get a lot of looks.
don't wear a white shirt that day.
No, you
Don't
do
wear
not.
that shirt.
No.
What about Nike or Adidas?
Go Nike.
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 So, are you guys fans of like all this like Oregon changing uniforms like every single
No,
time?
I like the classics.
like classics.
I do like the
Penn
classics.
State. You're a Penn State guy.
Yeah, I like the classic uniforms.
Do you?
I like classic uniforms. I don't mind uniform changes, but I don't like all the highlighter colors. I don't like the neon.
What about
whatever.
remember what Maryland had a couple years? Maryland football.
The
They were horrible.
crazy turtle shell helmets and that kind
Well,
of
they had like the Maryland flag, but it was like all
Yeah.
just jumbled all over the place.
What about Mizzou's? Mizzou's doing a lot of that crazy.
Yeah, Mizzou's kind of going classic though. I mean, they've kind of done away with the gold now. They're kind of doing the true yellow, black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
But they're kind of going more classic now, which is good.
K-State.
So
they're just
K-State's got the new purple.
Dude, so hear me out, okay?
A different shade of purple.
2008. No, same shade.
They've kind of done a different shade.
Well, it's just a different material.
Okay.
Same, dude, those colors will never
You
change.
got lavender.
And we got
You've
the lav. We got
you've
the lav.
I like the lav.
Whatever
So-
regular purple
So
is.
hear me out on
Violet.
this. 2008, we went purple pants. Okay, we literally went. We came out. We warmed up. We were playing Nebraska at home.
Do you
Okay,
have any pictures of that?
I do.
I'd like to see
Yeah,
it.
dude, all time purple pants. Okay, but we didn't start with purple pants. We started with our normal silvers. Okay, went out, warmed up, and then all of a sudden, do you guys know how hard it is to get out of? You guys know it's hard to get out of football pants.
Yeah.
It's so hard, especially when you have knee braces. You got your ankles taped. It is absolutely a nightmare to get out of football pants. We go in. Coach Prince goes, "We're changing pants." Get the beep ready. We're doing what? We're changing pants. So we literally have 10 minutes to change pants.
Were you purple on purple?
We were purple on purple.
Oh.
We got beat. Literally, Josh threw the ball like 74 times. Okay. He was like 48 for 72 or 78 passing. Josh Freeman, right?
Yeah.
Love you, Freebo.
You might be coming on the show. Maybe coming on the show.
Oh, easy.
Did you guys ever do like a fuchsia alternate or anything?
What's
To the
that?
purple? Like a pink, like a hot pink or anything? Or just stay in the
Listen.
purple family?
That'd be kind of
Listen.
cute.
These guys,
That would be cute.
These guys literally win a bowl game for the first time since 2006, and they think they're Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide.
Maybe
I didn't know you didn't know
fuchsia-
your fuchsia colors. I'm sorry.
I don't even.
Your pink colors.
fuchsia,
Only purples.
Fuchsia shoes would be good.
Yeah, they would
Oh
be.
my god. Okay, dude, I'm telling you.
Is K-State you asked about the Nike or Adidas. Is K-State a Nike school?
Yep, just
There?
re-signed our
Okay.
contract.
Cool.
Yes,
Yep.
So is Mizzou.
But I'll tell you what. All jokes aside, what Chris Kleiman and Jerome Tang have done for that university.
No doubt.
Did you see the win last night?
Very
Yeah,
big win.
Baylor,
I mean,
huge win.
And
Yeah.
and
What? Baylor's number 9.
number 9 in the
They
country.
were.
And not only that, Drew Scott's one of the longest tenured coaches, I think, in college basketball. Right?
Or Scott Drew.
Or Scott Drew. I mean, sorry.
Shout out. He's from Kansas City, right?
He's from Kansas City, I
Yeah.
believe.
I don't know.
Steve, can you look that up?
Yeah.
Maybe cut that out. No, I think he is from Kansas
I think
City.
Scott Drew's from Kansas City.
I think he is too.
We got Steve. We got Steve back over here. He's our statistician.
I'm throwing the bullshit flag on that one. I don't think.
No, I think he's from. I think he's from
He's
KC.
going to pull it up. He's looking it up. Internet's fast over here at the International Tap House. Shout out to
Maybe,
iTap.
maybe we do need a bullshit flag.
Yeah. You need a bullshit flag.
Where's the
That's
flag
bullshit.
at?
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
That would be epic. But
No,
listen, he's 3-0 against Scott Drew.
Tang's amazing, man.
Well,
He's
he
an
knows how
amazing
to.
coach.
You know, it's all about the transfer portal, and he knows how to tap into that.
He knows how to win. And his
Well,
assistant.
football coach wise, I mean, I got to feel really good whether you're a Missouri fan, a K-State fan, or a KU fan.
Or KU
What a
fan.
great time to be. What a great time for college
pretty awesome.
college
Yeah.
sports in Kansas City.
That's a
100%.
good spin. Do you like the NIL? Does anybody like NIL
I think it's.
or no
I think it's
NIL?
got its pros and cons.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the athlete, right? Especially like these. Let's take Cody Schrader for example, running back at Mizzou, D2 guy, right? Back in the day, before transfer portal, he wouldn't have been able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, now he gets an opportunity to walk on at Mizzou. Ends up leading the SEC in rushing. Was like number 6 or 7 in the Heisman poll. I mean,
So
good
are
for
they
that
gonna
guy.
have to have a salary cap or something like that? I mean, because the bigs are going to get even bigger. I mean,
Right now,
Alabama's just
I don't know. I think I kind of disagree with you.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think the bigs are at a disadvantage. I think it's going to help out schools like Mizzou.
It is interesting to see people entering the transfer portal out of like Ohio State and
Yes. I mean,
and some of the
Alabama.
bigs, right? Not even playing in the bowl games, skipping the bowl games.
Alabama's
and
hardly
hopping out.
hardly signed anybody out of the
Yep.
transfer portal.
Right.
I mean, they're homegrown guys, all their guys. So I think it's going to benefit schools like KU, Mizzou, and K State.
Yeah.
If they can pull, I think Mizzou's in a really good position.
Steve Christie's back here with some stats. And Scott Drew is from?
Yes,
From
sir.
Kansas City.
What part of Kansas City do we know? Missouri. Okay.
He's from KC Mo. Scott Drew.
Okay.
Shout out. You know, Coach Tank was on his staff forever. I want to say like 18 seasons.
Yeah, a long time.
Something crazy.
Long time.
And
How's the basketball over? KU's pretty good at basketball, aren't they?
They're
All
all
right,
right. Yeah, they're okay.
when's the last time you guys had a winning season?
Are you
Yeah.
talking about football or basketball?
Well, I can tell you right now that Kansas State's crop judging team has absolutely ran a juggernaut on KU. Shout out crop judging team.
No, KU's done a great job.
unbelievable. It's pretty impressive,
It
really.
is.
So,
Oh, we're living in a time where the sports in Kansas City is pretty dang hot. I mean, all the football, the 3 teams, the college teams are pretty good in football, pretty good in basketball.
We're spoiled, man.
And the Royals actually are getting some good press right now.
Right.
Made some good signings in the offseason, and they a lot of people are projecting them to compete this year, so that'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. The Chiefs we lose a few games and we're like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
so the guys that I've sat next to for the last 8 seasons, this is their 37th year as season ticket holders. And they can count on one hand how many games they've missed. Okay. And we were talking a little bit in the parking lot while we were freezing our you-know-what's off. And I'm like, man, it's crazy that, we may not have a home playoff game, just unbelievable. And they told me to shut the
Right.
up.
Yeah.
They're like, you have no idea what it was like 35 years ago. We would show up to the game 2 hours before kickoff, and we would be in the front row.
Yeah.
We had literally a 75-yard walk to the stadium.
Yeah,
And
we can never take this for granted, man.
ever.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, shit. I mean, even like 6 years ago, you could buy tickets before the game for $20.
Right.
And you think about how much value these teams bring to our city, when they're winning, when they're going through the playoffs, different things. I mean, there's a ton of value, and it's hard to put a dollar figure on it. I know we got this 3/8 cent sales tax issue coming up. It'll be interesting to see how everybody votes on that. But, man, I mean, the value of having professional sports teams in your city, the Royals haven't won for a few years, but, man, think back to 2015, just the buzz in the city, and I mean, it was special times.
Brings everybody together.
It was before I had kids, and we literally won. And I was literally at Dick's Sporting Goods getting T-shirts.
Yeah.
You told me you hated baseball.
I mean, dude,
I'm
It
calling-
does make you feel better, doesn't it? Like
100%. I have a love-hate with
when your
baseball.
team
Just kidding.
wins on, like when the Chiefs win on Sunday, I feel like my week goes better when that happens.
It's good energy.
It
Well,
is
even
good
just
energy.
something to look forward to every week, And you think about similar sized cities to us that don't have sports teams. I mean, it's a kind of a game changer, and hopefully we're able to keep these teams around for a long time.
I think we will.
I mean, you look at like the state of Nebraska, right? They have one thing to look forward to, right?
Nebraska football.
Nebraska football, right? Well, now volleyball. I mean, shoot, they had more people at the Nebraska volleyball
Yeah, I
game than they
did see
did the football game.
Right.
And they sold literally, I mean, there was a waiting line for tickets. It was crazy. But like when you look at the momentum of what a sports team does, right? Like Nebraska football. And when they don't win and they're not successful, I mean, it can really bring the mood down of it. And I mean, that's a proof. The entire state.
100%.
I mean, now you got guys jumping ship as Nebraska fans or Michigan fans now,
Right.
Well, and the key is how do you keep that thing going? Like Nebraska they got off the track, and they've had a heck of a time getting back on.
Yep.
And
It's crazy.
that's why we talk a lot about in our company. Leadership is so important. Leadership is the root of everything. Leadership in football, leadership in your company, leadership at your house, like when you're raising kids. Being a great leader is really, really important.
And that's why we call this the huddle, right?
That's what we call it, the
Yeah.
huddle.
I mean, you got to have somebody in the huddle that's a leader.
Well, and Kevin, you start out talking about surrounding yourself with people that are like you and have like mindset and are drivers, and that's so important in your life, no matter what you're doing. Being able to surround yourself with great people, that makes yourself better. When you push yourself and you surround yourself with really good people, it pushes you to be better. I mean, that's
No doubt.
why I like working with Chad, because he makes me better. He challenges me with stuff, and same thing with the other people in our company. We've been really lucky to have you guys join our company, to have other people that are not afraid to raise their hand and say, "Hey, what about if we did this?" And that really is the key to a lot of things in life, is who's going to push you to make yourself better.
But for you to be open to those ideas makes you a good leader.
Well,
Right.
and
No doubt.
I think that's important. I think that's one of the things you learn in life is you're not that great, and the people that you surround yourself with make you better. And as long as you can surround yourself with really good people, if you surround yourself with people that aren't very good, there's all kinds of instances in sports where people have surrounded themselves with not good people, and they take them down, right? And how do you surround yourself with really good people that take you up?
No doubt.
That's great.
I got to ask you guys this question. Steve thought of this question yesterday. I kind of like it.
Jeez.
You ready for this? If you were in trouble and you're walking down a dark alley, okay, and you thought someone was going to come after you, you had to pick one person, and that had to be anybody to help you fight off a bad guy, who would that be? Who are you taking to that?
Someone we know, or just
It can be anybody. You get to pick one person
I'd say somebody we know.
or somebody you know.
I say my youngest son's in the military, and he has a conceal and carry, so I'm picking him.
There you go.
There you go.
Got to do that. He's gonna think about this one.
That's a tough question.
I know
It's a
one.
real tough
I know one
question.
of your buddies you should take.
Well, I got several buddies, and that's what I don't know which one to name. I'm gonna upset somebody here,
Oh
but
boy.
you know what? I'll probably go Bobby Vavona. Actually,
Shout out to Bobby.
Shout out Bobby.
yeah.
What's Bobby up to? What is Bobby doing now?
You know Bobby?
No, I don't.
I was like, whoa, what's this? He works on a task force working with the U.S. Marshals
Oh,
and
wow.
KCPD's former SWAT.
That's
and,
awesome.
Real good friend of mine. Great friend.
Cool.
Yeah. Who you taking?
He might not want his name dropped, by the way. But
Oh, shoot.
I'm not sure.
Cut it.
Taking drink.
Take a drink. You're taking me?
Taking big drink.
Let's absolutely go.
He can protect my blind side, man.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing.
Plus,
right
you're
now.
faster than him, so you have to run
Exactly.
away.
Yeah, I guess it depends on. Are we going long distance or?
Oh, so you thought about the tactic of who's going to get the guy first. There you go. It's supposed to
As
be-
long as we're kind of staying in one place,
No, you're not supposed to run away. You're
I'm taking you.
supposed to be a buffalo. Put your head down and go into the storm. You're still taking me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Who
I
you
love
taking?
it. Take my boy Dan Stuckey.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a sergeant for Kansas on the Kansas City, Missouri SWAT team. I think 20 squad. Shout out to Stuckey. Dude is an absolute beast. Pretty sure he's half Brazilian. Built like a shithouse. Or
So,
brick,
guys, what gave you the idea to do this podcast?
That's a good question,
Well,
isn't it?
Honestly, we
Honestly,
still
I
trying
was.
to figure that
What was
out.
this about 5 weeks ago?
5 weeks ago. This
I
is
think
when we started to do this.
I walked by your office and I don't know how it came up, but
We were talking about, we just got done with our business planning, right? And we were talking about, like, now's the time to experiment, right? Now's the time to try something different. Now's the time to figure out if you're going to fail, let's fail fast, right? Instead of the way you can adjust.
well, I think we wanted to think differently than everybody else,
Right.
right? I think, especially from like a social media aspect, I'm really big into social media.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
We're pushing about 30,000.
Amazing.
So, I think
By the way, what's your Instagram handle?
which one, the podcast or my business?
Your business.
Holmes Group KC.
Yeah.
Yeah, check us out.
monster.
So I just think, and there's no disrespect to any other agents out there, but I think a lot of people just do the same things, right? I mean, it's like you're just sold, just listed. It's not. There's so much content at your fingertips nowadays. Like you've got to entertain people to keep their attention.
You got to entertain them.
So when I thought about this, and I thought maybe I could kind of cross pollinate this with my real estate page, and this is just more of an entertainment aspect of it, right? Just grab people's attention, bring on some big name people from Kansas City. I think just entertain people.
So what I love about it is the collaboration between the two of you. You don't work together. You work in the
No.
same building. You're agents. In some ways, you compete, right? And,
Right.
But this is right in both your wheelhouses. I love that you partnered on this. I think
yeah,
it's really cool.
it's just a brand awareness thing.
We've had a blast, man. And like I was saying when we were figuring out I had a podcast. I ran one myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I started during COVID, and I called it the Destination Home Team Talk of the Town podcast. I hired a voiceover guy from Fiverr for $10. He lived in Bangladesh and recorded me. And I literally I'm not even kidding, I spent 3 days trying to figure out how to log in to the host that I could put my sound recording onto iTunes. Took me
Right.
3 days to do it.
So then we decided, hey, let's use a professional. Shout out
Shout out to Mike.
Casey Made Films.
Casey Made
Where's
Films.
Mike Saldivar, a good friend of mine. Dude does incredible work. Go check him out. He's done some cool stuff.
I'm a control freak, and I usually always am in the ones, like, it's a-holes and elbows.
Yeah.
I sat here. I had no idea what to do.
Yeah, no, he knows his stuff. He's done some interviews with Travis Kelce a couple times. So he's not a spring chicken. He knows his shit.
Name drop.
So these are nice microphones, nice system you got set up here. Probably too nice for karaoke, but I've seen you do karaoke before.
Oh,
If you were going to choose any song
wow.
without the script though,
Oh, I know mine.
and you could do karaoke and know pretty sure that you're going to hit every word. What would you have? What would you
Neon
choose?
Moon, Brooks and Dunn.
I'm going in color, Jamie Johnson.
Ooh, yeah, I
Wow.
like that.
Yeah.
Perfect segment for this.
What do you got,
Did you guys? I found something out about this guy at the holiday party.
Jamie?
No.
Oh, Kevin.
About Kev.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he was actually a former professional red dirt country music singer?
Were you really?
I wouldn't say professional.
Yes, you were. I heard
I didn't know that.
guys.
I
heard
played
this
played
report.
I need to hear you do
played some
karaoke,
gigs in college.
Here-
That's
Wow.
Jamie Johnson in color. Did you know this about me? I have a should have seen it in color tattooed on my
do you
chest.
really?
I do.
Did not know
How
that.
about that?
No shit.
We have this in common.
Did
Love
you
Jamie
get-
Johnson.
I do too.
All time great.
What are you singing, Chad?
Well, I hadn't thought about in color, but maybe that's where I'd go, or Regulate by Warren G. So very two different.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very different ends of the spectrum.
Mike.
I'd have to go to Friends in Low Places because I
There it
have
is.
to
That's an
figure
easy.
out one
Classic.
that I know all the words to.
There it
It
is.
don't look like a.
Did you go to his concerts in town in Sprint Center?
We went to one. Yeah, we went to one.
Was it? Is he just not one of the best entertainers ever?
he's and it looks like he's having a great time the whole time he's there, right?
He loves
There's
it.
another guy we talked about reinventing himself. He reinvents himself all the time.
100%.
Like, does a little bit different everything.
He went in and played. He went in and changed the style of country music when it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think he says that he took a lot of. I mean, he took a lot of
Yeah, and
tips and tricks from Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in some ways, you could blame him a little bit for the turn to turn to more poppy,
Yeah.
right? But which is a hot button topic for me.
Yeah,
but,
me too. He's kind of more of an entertainer, not
I
quite
agree.
an artist.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
So
Very high level of respect for
when you were referring to karaoke that Caleb did, were you talking about when he took over a whole conference, a real estate
That
conference?
is exactly what I was talking about. But they didn't have Neon Moon. What song
No.
did you end up going with there?
Chicken Fried. And
That's
no
right.
disrespect
Oh, yeah.
to Zach Brown. Zach, you love the troops and I love you.
But you were singing Neon.
I am
You were just singing
so
Neon Moon
bad.
at the Christmas party
I was
to Tony Dungy.
to Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
I
Oh, you
did.
you sang it too.
I sang to Tony
You
Dungy.
sang to Tony Dungy.
Oh,
How'd that come about?
I
Amanda. That was before
I
final
mean, you know,
finals even started.
this guy.
I do.
Yeah.
That's
You know how it goes.
interesting. Yeah.
Last Friday at the Christmas party, you were
yeah.
singing Tony Dungy?
Yeah, so him and I went. What did we do? We went back to the room to take our wives' coats up or something.
Yeah, we came down and there was Tony Dungy and Mike Tirico.
And
as
Mike
well.
Tirico.
Yeah.
And so we went ahead and made a splash and got to know him a little
Well, I
bit.
got a photo with Dan Marino, but I did not sing to him.
Was he happy
didn't
with you that he got a photo with you?
Not, but he probably would have been less happy if I would have sang to him, though.
You know what was a cool one? He sends me a picture. I don't know, probably 1 a.m.
Who?
You.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you and the Marlins, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm at the Marlins, man. Got his personal cell. Shout out Lawrence. Can't wait. Oh, hold on. I can't say that yet.
He may or may not come on the
He
on the
may or
podcast.
may not be on the pod.
Wow.
Crazy
so who's,
story.
Who's your favorite artist then?
Favorite artist right now?
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know if I have one. I like Zach Bryan
Yeah.
right now.
Cody Johnson.
Kojo's a
Out,
He's awesome.
Cody. Man, guys are
Turnpike. I love Turnpike.
Turnpike.
Tyler Childers.
Tyler Childers.
You like
is
some
great.
Tyler?
I do. Yep.
We're all
Mike?
country. Like I'm an Old Dominion guy right now. Like my wife and I have been to like 7 Old Dominion concerts.
They're a little
last
more on the
year.
poppy side, but they're good.
A little poppy.
They're
yeah.
good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They are good.
They're catchy.
Yeah.
They
Crazy.
man, they
Great show.
travel all over the world to see them. Yeah.
I don't think the world.
How,
I mean-
how far did you travel to see him?
We met him in a pool in Palm Desert. We were hanging out drinking.
About as far away as you can get and
Yeah.
still be in the United
Really?
States.
And they're cool guys. They're so much fun to hang out with.
Was that during the Stronger Together conference?
No, it was
No.
before that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're pretty tight with them then.
Well, they know who my wife is now.
So you can get them on. You could probably get them on the podcast.
Get 'em on the pod.
Oh, I don't know if I'm that close to them.
Well, maybe.
But, well, if you have tequila, I'm sure they may show up.
No,
But
they seem like cool guys.
yeah.
We could probably get him a free T-shirt.
That'll entice them.
I mean, who doesn't love a free T-shirt? So I love it. Let's go into the speed round here, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. These
good.
guys got businesses to run. So what is the one thing when you guys, if I was saying, hey, Chad, Mike, you guys are having a blast. Like, I cannot wait for this day because of blank. I'm going to be doing blank. What is that? Like, what is the one thing that you and your spouse or your family, what is the one thing that you guys just love to do in a memory? The thing that you love to do that'll create a memory you'll never forget.
Yeah, so right now in my life, it's pretty much kids sports 24/7. I coach most of it, and so I really look forward to that time. But I really probably enjoy the downtime that's just me and Stacy, my wife, more than anything right now. And we don't have to be doing anything, just staying at home or going and having dinner or whatever. I mean, that's the time I enjoy the most right now. Outside of that, it would be going to shows that we're talking about right now. I love going to shows. Knuckleheads is one of my favorite venues in the world.
Is Tyler Childers your number one?
Yeah, I mean, similar to how you described, there'd be a group of 5 to 8 artists that I'd love the most. But I love live music. And so if I was going to say anything, that's really the group of friends that I've had for a really long time. That's been the thing that we do consistently. And we used to go to a lot of sports games, Chiefs, Royals, that sort of thing. Played some golf. Golf just takes too long. So now it's
And
more.
you're not any good.
Hold on.
and
We got to bring this up.
Yeah,
We got to talk about golf.
we can talk about golf.
He's not that bad.
What's your handicap?
I have no idea. Are you kidding me? I only play scrambles, so I don't think you can have a handicap when you play scrambles all the time. Yeah.
You're a driver?
Yeah,
That's your
if
best club?
anything, that's what I can do.
That's your
If
best club?
Yeah, sometimes.
You could tell you're an athlete though, up there.
Yeah, I swing it like a baseball bat.
Your
so,
swing speed's wild.
Yeah,
What's your handicap?
I don't know, probably 12.
pretty good. Yeah, Mike's
Just stick.
consistent.
I swear the guys that are between 8 and 13 are the hustlers. Like they absolutely.
Well, I
will
could go. I could get it down low if I really practiced and
played.
did stuff.
Yeah, you've got to
But,
play a lot though.
yeah.
But you're the guy that'll show up and all of a sudden shoot like a 76.
I could, yes.
What were we sipping on that one day out at Drum Farm?
Horse
Soldier.
Yeah.
Horse.
Did
Yeah.
you take that home?
I've got it in my office.
Do you?
Right now?
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
Mike brought that out about 8:45 for our first.
Yeah,
par
that's the first
three.
time I
Yeah.
met. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's the CEO of Reese Nichols like?
And
Is he
I'm doing
pretty?
sh-
I was like,
doing
is he pretty
shots on-
stuffy?
Yeah. I don't
He's like,
think
you want a shot?
Every par 3.
It's like, this guy's great.
This is great. What's
So,
your
uh,
handicap?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of on a good day I'll shoot 80 to 85, and on a bad day I'll shoot 95.
He's under 90. I love it.
Depends who's watching.
I'm a 20.
There you go. That's
That's
probably
okay.
about right.
That's respectable.
It's terrible.
So to answer your question, I love to travel. I'm in a time in my life my kids are grown and we can do stuff, and just even 3-day trips are awesome for us. Like just to go see places we haven't been. But more than anything else, family is number one in my life, and we have a pool in our backyard. So during the summer, every Saturday and Sunday, we have a huge family. My wife has 2 brothers and a sister. I've got a sister. All our family lives here. So we'll have 20 people in our backyard just having a great time. And everybody gets along and everybody has fun. And so I would tell all you guys, create experiences with your family. And I think you just
Love
said
that.
Like, if you create experiences with family, my boys are 30 and 28 now. They recall all the experiences. They don't recall the Nintendo
Right.
Right.
6 that they got for Christmas in 1997.
I don't think there is a Nintendo 6.
There's
but
not. No.
That's okay. Point taken. That's why they don't remember it.
That's right, because it hadn't been developed yet. But experiences are everything, and that's why this stuff is so good. I mean, I love having experiences with you guys and hanging out, and just our business is based on relationships and building relationships and helping people with one of the most important decisions in our life, and that's why this is so important. How do you build relationships through telling people the important things in your life? And
Right.
it's a cool thing to do.
Well, this is awesome. I'm glad we got to talk to you guys, and
I'm too.
you guys are busy people, so for you to take the time out of your schedules, this is pretty cool.
It's unbelievable.
But if you want to ask me what my most favorite thing to do in the business is, it would be adding people like you. And I feel Mike said it earlier, but very fortunate that both of you decided to come on board, joined us from other companies. I love that. I love adding great people, and our office is full of those people. Our company's full of those people, and that's my very, very favorite thing to do is when you add talent, when you add just really great people to something that's already great, it gets even better. And so that's my very favorite thing to do. I'm so glad that both of you decided to join us when you did, and that you gave us the opportunity to come sit with you today. Appreciate you guys very much.
Hey, this is to you
disclaimer.
guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Congratulations on
Thank
the,
you,
the
guys.
maiden voyage of the Huddle. And
we are.
Yeah.
here's to much success this year.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks for huddling up with us.
Hey, full disclaimer though, we did not pay him to say that.
No, but I mean that. Yeah.
I know. That was very nice.
I appreciate that.
That means a lot to us.
You guys are awesome.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to the Huddle Podcast, located right here at the international headquarters of the Huddle Podcast, the International House of Taps.
And come see us next episode.
On
We've got
taps.
some pretty cool folks coming on here.
And thanks to Mike's Wine and Spirits for providing the excellent bottle.
Yes.
Yes,
Of
thank you,
tequila.
thank you, Andy.
And thank you, Mike, for bringing your scotch.
You bet you guys try this before we go.
We're going to do that. Hey, follow us, like us, share this video. Until next time, we're done huddling up.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Nice work.
Nice. fellas.